What's up, everybody? This is Ominous for Responsible Gaming, doing episode of Ominous Designs. This is episode 187. It is called From the Vault Volume 3. We're going to be grabbing some of the designs that I've had recently and set aside for an episode. It has been forever. I'm going to be rusty. In fact, it has been 3 whole freaking months. Life. I don't have massive following, so I figured you guys would forgive me, and let's just move on to the stuff. It has been a while. Last time we did the episode, it was a couple of commanders that I made. Those guys are fun. I'm not gonna get through the feedback of them because at least you can see how beautiful they are. I think they're really cool looking. For the most part, because I don't remember and it's just kind of expired by now. But have a look at them. They're fun. Have a look at the episode from last week, and that should be sufficient. So that's cool. Now I did make another couple cards in between, and I'm gonna give those as a bonus for you. Learn from the enemy. I think it's pretty cool. Create a token that's a copy of target creature that dealt damage to you this turn. Why not? Reminds me of Cackling Counterpart that creates a token of a creature you own and it has flashback. It's got a limiting factor, obviously, because you need to be hit by the card, and all in all, just why not? It's not particularly powerful, but it's still a powerful effect to make a copy, right? It's just a little awkward in some situations, but such is life. And then we got Curse of Mourning, because flavor. Enchant player, whenever a creature enchanted player controls dies, creature that control gets -1/-1 until end of turn. So you can potentially create some sort of mass chain reaction with this. Potentially it should cost a little more than that, I'm not sure. But I think it's pretty sweet. I like it. Yeah, it's possible that it costs more, but I mean the design is tight. It's just a matter of how much it should cost, and potentially it should be mythic, I suppose. On to this week's designs. Why don't we? So I'm gonna pick a couple from my vault, and I've actually not prepared yet. So I'm gonna pick them now. I see something that I really like. So why don't we do this one first? So we're gonna create a new card. I'm gonna create a white card, and it's gonna be called Sweet Anthem. Spoiler. And it's gonna be costing, I don't know, we'll see. I'm thinking X1 white. It's not gonna be a creature. You gem. It says creature you control get +1/+1. Let's see. We're gonna do enters the battlefield with X time counters on it. So, oh boy, what's going on here? At the beginning of your keep, remove a time counter from. Okay, so I know why it's weird. My cursor just moved to the middle of the word right here. That's why I was deleting some words. So oh yeah, that's weird. So the idea is we're gonna create an anthem that is gonna stick around for a certain amount of time. So let's see. What I want to do is I want to go to Which one is it? God, fading and crap. So magic, really? Oh, weird. So they recreated. I think fading is the first one. Is the problem? Oh no, it's the second one, is it? Wait, no, it's the white blastoderm. That's the second version. So fading is the broken. Oh, not the not optimized version. This mechanic has been remade by which is the Coast. So let's see. I want to see somebody who says, "Wow, nobody's commented on this." People used to comment a lot on this website. Okay, that's annoying. So there's a white version of this, I believe, in Time Spiral. Let's look for time counters, I guess, or fade count. Maybe it's time counters, fade counters, time fade, fade time counters. Color white. I don't know, it's gonna be a little too much, but hopefully not that many. So let's see. Calciderm, Vanishing. Okay, this creature enters the battlefield with 4 time counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove a time counter on it. When the last is removed, sacrifice it. So if we go with that mechanic, which supposedly is more intuitive to people, as opposed to the initial one where you remove a counter, but if you can't, you sacrifice. The problem with this mechanic is it says you need a counter. Even if you have a counter, 1 and 0 is the same, so it doesn't really work for expels very well, because you can pay 0, you can pay 1. If you pay 1, you're gonna put 1 counter, and you're gonna remove it and sacrifice. If you pay 0, it's gonna be the same. Actually, I don't even think that works with 0 counters, is it? Because it says when the last is removed. I wonder if this is a synonym of if you can't remove it. Because if no counter ever comes on it, maybe that's a combo. Maybe if you prevent counters from being put on creatures, this one can never have the last one removed. Interesting. So that's annoying. So we might actually go for a copy of Fade after all, because that doesn't really work for us. And I think that's acceptable, because so one thing that I thought when I make this design is we are not going to be using fading or vanishing, because those are not evergreen. So we're just gonna spell it out again. That's been done before. Cards have had spelled out prowess or spelled out, I don't know what else, in the past. It's something you can do. Therefore, since it's a single design, I think we're okay not emulating the very best version of the mechanic. I think we should offer ourselves a freebie for having the slightly less optimized version of the mechanic, especially since this version works much more intuitively with expels. So if I do exactly this, I'm gonna copy this, I'm gonna go back here, and we're gonna do this. At the beginning, you can remove a fade counter from no. If you can, sacrifice it. Okay. So Sweet Anthem enters the battlefield with X time counters on it. Yep. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove fade counter. If you can, sacrifice it. So you can absolutely pay 0, and on your next upkeep, it's gonna go away. Let me remember. So I wonder if I meant to make a simple anthem. I think I meant to make a +2/+2 anthem, didn't I? Because that feels like this could work with a +2/+2 anthem, because it's very hard to maintain. I mean, it's very hard unless you have like a special sweet combo. Um, okay, so I think that's what I want to do, because one turn +2/+2 is kind of like a sorcery. It's possible that this needs to be costing X and 2 white. Let's see. So we're gonna be going back together, and we're gonna say creatures you control get +2/+2 at the end of turn. It's like the whole text. Okay. If you can, if this spell was kicked instead, so this one costs 7, but it's a kicker. Let's see if we have a straightforward one. There you go. Instant 1/1 white. Okay, so this is obviously for longer, since it's a since it's going to be your turn and your opponent's turn. Not that big a deal. It is sorcery speed, so that's a downside. Sorcery, 1 white, so it has existed in instant and sorcery. Good to know. Which is funny is that the sorcery version is uncommon while the instant version was common, but whatever. That doesn't surprise me all that much. Let's see what else. You get another one for 5 because it's got 2 modes and an entwine. Fair enough. For 5 again with a reinforce. I don't even want to know what it is. Creatures you control gives only if you have been attacked. Only if you have been attacked. Oh, weird. The defensive version. 2 target creatures. Okay. So basically, I don't know. I think we can go for rare to the 1 white realm. The X=1 is a pretty nasty combination. 2 white, creatures you control get +2/+2 for this attack, next blocker, next attack, next blocker is nasty. So maybe I'm actually okay with doing this. Now we got a 5 mana for 2 attacks, 6 mana for 3 attacks. I don't know, debatable. Fun, simple, straightforward, kind of weird, but I think it's very justifiable. I actually don't like aesthetically this kind of layout, but hey, tough luck. That's just the way it is. I feel like it looks funny, but whatever. So that's it. I think we're packed. Power level can be debated. I think there was also definitely a version that does only +1/+1. In fact, well, no. The problem with the +1/+1 version is an anthem that only gives +1/+1. It's not uncommon. You can get one with an upside for 1 and white. So why would I jump through hoops to make a +1/+1 anthem with time counters on it? So it definitely needs to be a +2/+2 anthem. And hopefully, I don't know. I think this might be acceptable. Time will tell. Time and various commenters on the internet will tell me I'm completely wrong. So we're moving on. We're just moving on. I have some very ambitious card in my vault right now. It's just an idea. I'm not going to go through it right now, but I'm going to give it to you, a food for thought. Creature that fixes Tibalt when played right before or after. I feel like if we get a 1-drop, especially a 1-drop, that fixes Tibalt by a weird random ability of its, I'm thinking basically when you, for example, when you would discard a card at random, choose and discard instead, that might actually get Tibalt to just kind of come back into reasonable-ish power level, especially for a 2-mana Planeswalker. Things like that. 1-mana creature that fixes Tibalt. That would be very fun. But I don't want to get into this right now. You know what I'm going to do? I'm gonna go with another anthem. I have another anthem in there. It's cute. It's another one of the simple, straightforward, clean design. Pretty sure. It's not gonna be anything worth writing home about, but I think it's gonna be cool. I like tight, elegant designs. So when it's gonna be bittersweet. Bittersweet. Is that one word? I think it's 2 words. Bittersweet, or even 2 separate words. I don't know. Doesn't matter. When bittersweet anthem comes into play, choose 2 creature types. I don't think I need to enforce the 2 creature types are different. Creature. So good question. What do we want to? What do we want to select? I think. Sorry. Okay. So let's just go with this first, and we'll debate it. So creatures you control of the first chosen creature type get la la la. Creatures your opponent's control of the second ha. So the question is, do we do an anthem that just selects 2 creature types and then buffs one and debuffs the other type, or do we also say my humans get stronger, your goblins get weaker? It's almost down to the flavor. I think it's better this way, because mostly because Magic doesn't really do that anymore, saying like all humans get stronger, and then all of a sudden it's just kind of hard to control and it just benefits your opponent. We don't really do that anymore, so that's probably the best way to go about it. And I would make that like a 1 black white, maybe 2 black white. No, I don't think so. It's a 2 color. Usually if you have to pick a creature type, I'm just gonna use the example of the excellent one. Unfortunately, I don't remember the name of it. Let's see. Creature type. Creatures you control get +1/+1 vigilance. Radiant Destiny. Radiant Destiny is 2 and a white. Pick a creature type. Creatures you control get +1/+1, and if you have the City's Blessing, they have vigilance. Granted that it's a pretty poor upside, because you need the City Blessing to just get vigilance, and you need to select only your creature type and not all your creatures, so a bit of a bummer, but I still think it gets to around what we want in terms of power level. So, and I think the -1/-1 obviously is going to be sweet if you fight another tribal deck, but apart from, actually I was going to say commander, but not everybody does tribal commander, but apart from commander, still it's going to be pretty hard for this to get that much of an upside. That being said, even in limited, if you can get the upside of just giving 1 creature -1/-1 on top of your anthem, it's great. And then the other wrinkle is that not every limited is going to be using very much the tribal for your own team, but that is also life. That is also a thing that exists out there. So obviously this needs to be a little bit supported in the set, but still a very fun card. Yeah, I like it. I think it's cool, and this makes for pretty flipping simple and sweet episodes, I must say. It's been pretty easy, it's been pretty clean, and it's been quite enjoyable. So hopefully I get more energy again to do those episodes. As you might have guessed, life, work, a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna take my sweet time, or I'm gonna do it as it comes. I'll make some effort to get back into it. We're on 187. I have to admit, I kind of told myself originally that 200 would be the max. So there's a little bit of dread from this side as well, which is like, oh, when am I gonna get to 200? What am I gonna do? Am I gonna keep doing this? Am I not? We'll see. If I move on to 200 and I'm still doing an episode every X month, I might not do a big bang. This is the end, like who cares? I'll just keep doing it when I feel like doing it. But regardless, I'm gonna wrap up those cards, find them even sweeter names, even though those names are pretty sweet, and illustrations, and then I will be posting them as per usual on YouTube. The video is coming up very soon. I'm gonna be posting them on Reddit, Custom Magic, great subreddit. Go check out the designs over there, and then Facebook, Twitter, etc. as per usual. Tell me what you think. Give me some feedback. Give me some ideas, and then maybe next week we'll try and do, or next time we'll try and do the Tibalt Fixer. That sounds pretty fun. Get some familiars for our Planeswalkers. That should be cool. All right. So think about that, and I will see you next time. Play responsibly.